Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bow.
Once again, Ted is in the thralls of a small, not really small, actually pretty large puppy.
Why do you want to play? Start biting my hand, but whenever I start grabbing your jowl, you don't like it.
Tell you what, I do miss the assassination mechanic. You know?
Of other Zelda games.
Yeah.
Right, I was whenever I restarted Breath of the Wild on Wii U just to see how it played, I was doing that and I was like, oh man, I totally forgot how much I tried to make this like a sneaky game, you know what I mean?
I feel like I should have a ranged weapon. That seems like a thing I would hit, and then it would uncurl, and then I could just swing over to him.
Yeah, you get it soon. Don't worry about it. You'll be there in a minute. Nice. Look them birds. All right, Willow. Back down. Wanna get rascally? You're getting rascally, Alex. You wanna be my lover? If you wanna be this rascal. Rascally never ends. All right. Man, I'm losing it. You recorded a long time.
Yeah, we have. I don't know where to go.
You gotta go back around. So remember, you came from down there before.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, you go through the hole.
I was trying to find. Stop! That's my foot.
She nibbling?
She is well, not Alora, Willow.
Yeah, Willow's nibbling.
He's taken a bite out of the foot.
Yeah. So you remember you fell down here, and then now you go back.
This is where I fought all those guys and knocked them down.
Yeah.
Able to run up this wall?
No, you're not.
Where the hell do I?
So go back up that way.
You got it.
You're fresh.
It's annoying because I can see him, you know? I'm like, he's right over there.
Yeah, it says just use your map to go back to him. Oh, hey.
Good.
I mean, it's fine, you know, you just
That's true. I'm just down here now.
go back around. Why fight him? You get nothing for it.
I can get a monster part, which I need to upgrade my shield again.
That's true. That's a good point.
Which they seem to be much rarer drops.
Yeah, it's because you fight so many. Imagine if you didn't go back and upgrade that shield, though. That it would be so broken.
My shield would already be broken.
Yeah.
Well, it probably only takes 2 or 3 hits.
Because the game's, it's not hard. It's just kind of more about control and timing than it is actual difficulty. There you go. Man, I really thought you missed it. Look at that butt.
And make your big ass turn around and talk to me.
We, so all my fellow quees are well, and they want me to stop worrying, eh? Ah, excellent. You definitely didn't lie about that like you could have. You have a real talent for finding whatever is missing, Quee. I don't know who you are or where you come from. You have my thanks.
There you go, Cotton Eye Joe.
Joe. It's a song about the clap. In case you didn't know, you ever heard of the clap sandwich boy? Yep, it's a venereal disease. Which I like too. They cure it by taking a long Q-tip and clearing out your urethra.
We tried to warn her about the dangers. It was clever, but a little vaulted off my belly.
What? How big is your urethra? Oh, yeah, I know, right? It's so annoying. I think she did that way towards the temple. Should they crave fire, crawl monsters? I almost forgot. Quee! As a reward for finding all a precious Kiwi heirloom. It's called the clap. Let me just fetch it for you in just a moment. Let me just peek down over here. I gotta find it, you know.
What is it? Oh,
it's in his butt. Gotta jump up there and get it.
that's great. Hey, slingshot.
Yep. Yay!
So, okay, now this is gear.
Yeah. With that slingshot, you really, yeah, you know, you can do your thing.
Oh, that's that thing I said.
Yep.
I will.
So I said, you're like, I should have a ranged weapon by now. Yeah, you know, you should. You gotta see all those items. Isn't that cool?
It is. God, I love motion controls when they work well.
I know, right? Whenever they're actually useful. So good. If the sword in this game wasn't connected to motion controls, it would be like, I think this would be a revered title. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. just those things are really, really hard until you get the boomerang.
Yeah, as I say, that does not travel quite as well as I thought it would.
Nope, it's a slingshot.
It said that, I thought he said there was a way to shoot it harder to stun him.
No, they said the hard seed stun enemies.
Oh.
Where are you going?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Hey, you're going the wrong way. Also, look at your map. See? The stonework and dot.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, I forgot I could do that.
Yeah. You put your little pins and such. Nutcrackers. Okay. Are you going? What are you doing?
Alora, our dog, just keeps
She
sitting
keeps
down and then standing up and then sitting down and then standing up.
because it's warm in here. We've been recording for hours. It's getting kind of hot. I had to pop the top. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So she wants to lay in the studio and be in here with us, but we're on a couch. We're warm. It's warm. She does not want to be warm. She comes in here, lays down, starts panicking. It's like, all right, I gotta get the hell out of here. All right, you did it. So you can go back up and repair your shield, and then and such.
Full on money.
To the sky.
When do I get a new wallet?
Later on.
Is it one of those games where you have the small wallet for like 2 seconds and then...
No, I mean, I don't. I remember having the bigger wallet and stuff. So, I've tried to play Skyward Sword before I played it, like more times than any other Zelda game. Because remember, it was like the one title in the actual series that I didn't have for the longest time until you got it for me. And then after you got it for me, I tried to play it on Wii. And then I played it for like a little while, but I was really confused and the controls were wonky. I was also playing it on a Wii on like right after Dad had gotten the giant huge HD TV, so it looked horrible, and it gave me headaches because I get headaches when I play video games for too long, and the worse they run, and the bigger the screen, it kind of makes it worse. So I remember getting a horrible headache, and not being able to play it for like super long, and then being really confused because, as you have all seen at this point, it takes for freaking ever to get through the opening of the game, and they made it faster now where you can like skip through text and just run and do things. Yeah, right? Isn't that cool? I was waiting for you to see that. It's pretty awesome, right?
Yes, it is.
When you were like, this doesn't go as far as I think it should, I was like, ooh, Nelly.
Alright, so I need to kill some jelly boys.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A new item. Small seed satchel.
Ooh.
So this is where things start getting interesting, because as you saw, there is a ton of items, and there is a ton of incremental upgrades for items effectiveness, as well as upgrade for the items. This is a really in-depth item-heavy Zelda game.
Is this going to take up an item slot? Or is this just an upgrade?
I think it's just an upgrade, but I don't remember exactly. You can carry 10 extra deck seeds. Keep it with you. Use your slingshot. So, usually it's just like, oh, you get like you get this next step and then this next step, but that other guy upgrades your items all the time. He upgrades your things all the time.
I caught. It does take up an item slot.
Hmm. And then but you do get to do things that gives you permanent upgrades.
Should I spend this other $100 on this?
No. You will not need to. It is good to have because, as you can imagine, you're going into a rather
slingshot heavy dungeon.
Yeah, but one, because of that, they give you a lot of shot stuff, and also,
30 rounds is enough.
30 rounds is... You're pretty stacked going into this thing. So he has a bubble, he has something he won't.
It's Beetle's Air Shop. Oh, that's right. He sells bug nuts. Oh, yeah.
And now you have a thing.
Above the ground, you have to launch something at it and they hope a riggy. I'm a girl Scully.
And what did you just get now? A thing to do a thing. Boom, run. You will fly away.
How do I get up there?
That. Grab it, quick. Isn't this fun? Isn't this so cool?
It's like a little like capsule thing or whatever.
It's super neat.
I have no idea what Skyward Sword Beetle looks like. I'm excited to find out.
You'll never guess. He looks like Beetles. Oh. I don't even want to voice him just because he's like so...
Yeah.
Like that's all he is.
He's
just
iconic.
Oh, yeah.
Beetle's Air Shop has everything you could ever want. Please take a look around, and if you actually buy something, that would be even better.
So, he sells serious shit. What's that? A slot upgrade?
Increase the number of items you carry in your adventure pouch by 1. They don't have the money for it?
Yeah, the stuff he sells is super expensive, but he sells really important stuff.
Is this just a heart container?
Yeah.
A life medal.
That, so there's a bunch of those in the game.
Don't
actually
know. I can't even hold 800 bucks.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those in the game, and
Oh.
if you're looking for something, those give you the ability to douse for it. Extra 300 rupees. You have no rupee behind. That you probably should buy. And just have $2 left.
But then I'll be able to hold, I'll only be able to hold 600 bucks. And this is gonna take up a slot.
I thought this was just a wallet upgrade.
Let me back out. Read again.
That's an extra wallet. It's amazingly useful.
Yeah, it's
this you can carry an extra.
Yeah, it's an extra wallet.
In your wallet.
I mean, yeah, but let me see how much the bug net is. I want to get the bug net.
You know, catching bugs. $50.
A net profit. Eh.
And it's equipment.
Ah, nice.
Right? That's a bed. You can sleep there to make it turn into nighttime. But you won't have to worry about it being nighttime for a while. Oh, all right. Well, you got a bug net and Huzzah! Yep, right.
Well, I didn't expect that to be.
I know it's really goofy. You actually have to catch the bugs.
Yay! Oh, it's nice. It doesn't do that every time.
Right, but it's still weird because you know, whenever you're like trying to catch something before it flies away and you're like flailing around, it's kind of annoying.
What? You into Beatles? I mean, that's all there.
You can't hold on to a rope,
you.
kid. You're too weak. Later, when you get the
sort of wind waker.
I think it's just like a barrel that shoots wind. Alex!
You did not mean to do that.
And to the first dungeon! Whoa! I gotta tell you, Alex, actually taking a drink of something and taking my long sleeve shirt off sure did help.
Feeling much more awake now?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling less... I was getting real hot and I think dehydrated because all I've drinking today is that coffee. All I've had is coffee. That's all I've had today is just coffee. Did I really not drink it? Yeah, I've just had coffee. Okay, so I was probably pretty dehydrated and we're getting really hot. So that kind of checks out. Whoo! How do I get those? Like, I have the thing now. Shut up. You know what I mean? I think it's just kind of hard to do. Oh, or you need the hook shot and you have to like whoosh.
Oh, and pull it back to me? Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright. Save your game. I could look up and see if that wallet, but yeah, you don't have the money for it anyway. So
Yeah.
now it's not that big a deal.
Say, if I run out of money, I got an amiibo. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That is a use for the amiibo that I did not think of.
So when I get If I get full of money, I can just amiibo out, go buy a wallet.
Yeah. I remember the thing people talking about with the amiibo controversy when it was all going on was about how you could be in a dungeon and then use the amiibo and leave the dungeon and go resupply and then come back. But you can't use the amiibo in a dungeon, and there's always one of those statues right outside a dungeon.
So if you leave the dungeon, you just use the thing.
Yeah, there's already one right there, and then there's so many of them scattered across the land that it's like, deep. I'm in the deep woods. You know where the nuts come from. Alex, you can defeat them. You can kill them. I believe in you.
Oh, I did kill him. They're dead already, Ted.
Yeah, good job. I was watching.
Now, them's bees.
Yeah, so you can shoot those and make them fall on the bad guys. They'll come after you, though.
Well, I didn't know that. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that don't work. You gotta shoot down the hive. You do need to shoot down the hive. You need to get you'll need the larva from the hive.
But I can't. Can I not catch them?
I don't think so, but I know that the larva's important. Yeah, and then they scatter. Hornet larva.
Precious source of protein. Gross.
Yeah. I've never eaten a grub, but I imagine it'd be very,
wet.
Yeah, poppy and smushy. I gotta tell you, there's not a lot of foods that I would like that are poppy and smushy.
Like a tomato that wiggles back.
I gotta say, Alex, that's not what I went to. I just thought of a gusher, you know, like a
but
candy.
They don't have the snap that the flesh of a grub would have.
Like a grape. Like a big old grape, but all wiggly. Like, you know them long grapes that they sell certain times of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, but all wiggly. But the inside's probably thick. I have an idea, Alex. You gotta make some sort of like gelatin-like skin, and then fill it with pudding, and then make grub desserts that look like grubs and have little chocolates at the end of them as their faces, and then they're pudding. Now, if I remember correctly, those guys will try to balance on the tightrope, but I don't. Yep, they do try to balance on the tightrope, and then you can, try to knock them off. And they don't like it. Right? It's so intense. You really fill them full of fear. Hey, look, you see that's the guy?
Yeah, I did. But I also think that now I won't have to do that again.
Yep. You sure you figured that out? Look at you, Alex. Way to go.
I'm a genius.
You played a Zelda. Just think, Alex, you might get to the first dungeon before the end of this episode.
Is this not the dungeon yet?
No, the dungeon's here. Nice. Yeah, you can do it. I think there's a thing to like a rope to shoot. I honestly don't remember. If anyone's asking, oh, why don't you look at the guide or something? I only do that if we get lost or if I don't personally remember something. So you can shoot those off now or jostle them off. Or you can just kind of let that guy come.
Let's say if he's going to come at me, will he get on the rope and then...
Yeah, he'll get on the rope and he'll they'll probably mess him up. I don't know if his AI is smart enough to jostle those off. It's not looking like. Do they even affect him? They should affect him. They don't affect him. Wow. Nice. Look at that abyss you just sent him into. Super messed up.
Messed up, they make you look at it.
Right? They make you look at where you just sent your victim. I mean, he's a monster, but, you know.
He might have had a family. Who knows where bokoblins come from?
It's like how they, in the whatever, Franklin and Bash.
What?
Who's the other guy? It's something in Bash, the animated Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movie.
Oh.
Anyway, but in the Lord of the Rings movie, I can't remember if it's Return of the King or Lord of the Rings, but they're not, orcs aren't necessarily bad guys, and it shows them like, but you know, they're just kind of, they got to do what Sauron says, what Dark Lord says, but there's like a thing where the hobbits are like, what if everything was okay? And then there's a scene of, yeah, he's gone. There's a scene of the, I can't remember which hobbit it is, but they're like in front of their house, you know, blowing smoke rings or whatever, and then two orcs come by and like wave, and they could be like, hey, how's it going? And it's really weird because in no other iteration are they like portrayed as like, yeah, you know, they're doing things, but they're really just kind of inherently in service to this bad guy. Sometimes they take multiple hits and will change up their positioning. You probably figured that out by yourself, but
He still was tougher than I expected.
and look,
Damn it!
Gorko!
I wanted to knock the thing down first. There's a face I know. Hey, bud.
Hold up, bud.
I need to ask you a favor. I expected you to talk to me.
Right? I thought we were gonna have a conversation. Your timing could not have been better. Look here, I stumbled onto one of those things just now, and it looks like something I haven't seen in those ancient texts. Like something I've seen in those.
A big cube. Now, I saw one of those earlier.
They're called goddess cubes, Alex.
They really?
Yes, they're called goddess cubes. One of the things of the goddess was said to have left behind for the hero of legend.
It's legend.
The goddess cubes are neat, but kind of... You'll see in a sec. These ancient texts said some real interesting stuff about these things. How did it go again? Let's see. Summon forth the light from the heavenly blade. May the sword's master receive aid. So there you have it. Let's see, you got yourself a sword there. Why don't you take a crack at that Mr. Cube? Sure. Thanks a billion. But appreciate it. Yep, he's very sweet. He's a nice
Goron.
He's a nice scholarly gentleman. Gorons are traditionally very, very cool people.
They're the best race.
They are the best.
In
In the Zelda ethos, they're the only ones that consistently aren't like.
And I'm not one who's talking about the best race, but if you're talking about Gorons,
They're pretty awesome. Boom.
what shit was that?
Oh man. So it's real annoying. So goddess cubes do a shit ton of stuff in the game. If I remember correctly, they reveal new islands in the sky for you to go to. They unlock those magic treasure chests throughout the world, and they I think they do one other thing. The point is though is that they're hidden throughout the entire game, and those are the things that if you miss one, it's a real pain in the ass, because that's how you get like heart containers and
really advance.
Yeah, it's how you really get that's where like the secret stuff comes from, is messing with the goddess cubes. So finding all the goddess cubes and dealing with them is always like a whole ass thing. And then and then sometimes they do different things. So like I think this one is what summons the bridge that lets you go over. Oh no, you just go around this way. There.
Yeah, and then oh well, there's another guy's cube. So maybe.
Yeah. And you can kind of figure this out earlier because there's goddess cubes in the earlier area.
I saw some, yeah,
and
I thought it was like up, like these boulders. I thought it was just a different, or I mean trees. I thought it was a different tree to knock over.
I was going to tell you about them, but then I thought, you're gonna have to go back through there anyway later, so might as well just let it happen naturally. And the grave.
You descended from above. Look to the star that the bird rising heavenward gazes upon, and aim your shot there.
It's a riddle.
It's a riddle.
To open up the dungeon.
Speak, friend, and enter.
Speak later. As we stay nerdy, everybody.
What is... Let me save.
Okay.
So...
Next time we begin...
The actual first dungeon of the game. It only took, what it said, 5 hours, but that's not...
Oh, no, man. It's been like...
Well, I mean, in-game time.
That's true.
Says 5 hours.
We've been recording for like 8 hours. Or 7 hours.
Oof. Oh, do you see that?
No. Is there a grasshopper?
There's a grasshopper.
Get him! He's gonna here. Yeah. Dinner, everybody. Ah, he's gone.
How the hell?
Yeah, it's hard, right?